We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for his start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Walker to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Smith. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Geno now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith. To start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made here at the 36. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. They'll roll him out right. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing Jones. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. On 4th down, Jones. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Giants' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Matt Breida, an 8-yard touchdown. Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's James.
He's got room at the 30.
Touchdown, Giants. Richie James. 44 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Play action. It's Smith. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Geno.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now it's Smith. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Ballore, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those.
Here's a diving catch right side. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. Operating from the gun, Jones. James has got it. Complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jones throwing on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones is going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Jamal Adams.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 16, Smith. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Oh, and the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
To Barkley on the check down.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll go to Barkley again. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
36. Watch the eye. Kill. Check. Fresno.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Jones throwing for it.
Rolling to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Six yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and 4, and this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise. On the move to his left. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. From the red zone now, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed down him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Throwing again on second down. Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Back to throw, Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. There he goes right side. The 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 72 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's Jones to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And Walker has it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now it's Smith. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this deep.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Giants are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From midfield now, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7. Burrow flush to his right. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Sliding out of the pocket to Mixon on the check down. He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. Ready? 180.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Buying, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage. They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's caught at the 3. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit.
Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow, he'll air this one out for Boyd.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Rolling to his right. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Burrow looking to pass.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
He's going to air one out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
11.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Big 13.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Flushed out right.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They go play action now. Jackson being chased out left.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
He'll buy some time right. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I'm on, right? Hey, check back, check 11. Check back. Switch.
From the 36, Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, here's Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Mixon is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
11.
First down. Here's Burrow.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Jackson going to hold on to this.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He completes it to Boyd.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Sliding out of the pocket. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Touchdown! Joe Mixon. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bengals up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Now the Bengals will again line up to go for 2. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now Burrow on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Airing one out for Boyd. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give them credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the pick six, here's Burrow again. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And now here is another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.